The headlines scream U.S. debt at all-time high. And that's really sensational headlines, but it doesn't mean a thing. And let me explain why. I'm going to explain using Wolf Richter's most recent article titled Household Debts, Debt to Income Ratio, Serious Delinquencies, Collections, Foreclosures, Bankruptcies, are drunken sailors' debts in Q1 2025. And I know that's a very lengthy article. Wolf has a habit of making very long titles, but he has great content and great articles. I really recommend you subscribe. But let's look at this because I'm going to ignore foreclosures, bankruptcy, collections because they're really nominal. They're immaterial because there's so few of them. Instead, I want to focus on this household debt. Because we hear it all the time, whether it's credit card debts at record, household debts are at record. You know what? That's true, but it's completely irrelevant. You know why debt's at record levels? One, because things are more expensive, and two, there's more people that live in the United States. It's that simple. Yeah, we're at a historic high in population, and so we're at a historic high in debt. We're at a historic high in prices, so we're at a historic high in debt. But none of it matters. What matters is what's the percentage of debt to your income? What's the percentage of debt to your disposable income? And you want to know something? Do you want to know the truth? The percentage of debt to income is the lowest it's been in 20 years. The lowest debt to disposable income is the lowest it's been in recorded history. Do you hear that? Do you hear the headline saying that? No, because they're selling the sensational fear-mongering. The problem is, if our potential home buyers hear that, right, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't afford a home. Things are so expensive, debt's out of control, I can't afford a home, and it scares potential home buyers away who should be achieving the American dream and the wealth related to home ownership. So don't listen to those sensational headlines. It's our job to go and educate potential home buyers on how they can afford a house and to block out the noise that is not, important to what they need to decide. It's as simple as that. Now let's look. I'm going to share some of these. I'm going to share some of the charts on Wolf's article. They're really great. So here it is. Total household debt hit about $18 billion, right? High as it's been, no doubt, right? But let's look at the next chart right here. Total household debt as a percentage of disposable income at a historic low. Have you heard the New York Times? Have you heard Axios or Bloomberg screaming headline? Total household debt as a percentage of disposable income is the lowest it's been in 25 years. Have you heard that? No, because that's not what they're selling. That doesn't sell newspapers, right? Now, this article goes on and talks about delinquencies and student loan debt and foreclosures and bankruptcies. Those are all not materially important in our world today. The thing that I just really want to communicate to you, don't get stuck in those sensational headlines. Now, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Just because I'm saying that debt is the lowest it's been, in relationship to disposable income, that doesn't mean that homeowners couldn't benefit from a cash out refi to consolidate debt. It doesn't mean that U.S. citizens couldn't manage their debt better, especially all this high interest rate debt, this credit card debt that's now over 30% interest rates. We definitely have a role to help people play managing their debt, managing their cash flow. But at the same time, we also have a role to play to educating potential home buyers. Don't listen to the news. Let's see in your specific case whether you can afford a home or not. I did a I did a post on this on LinkedIn today. If you like information like this, I post several times a day. Check out my LinkedIn. Check out my videos. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes of your time. I hope you got something out of this, and I hope you're having a great day. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks.